Jaina versus Uther.
Hey folks, it's Kikoskia here with some more Hearthstone. You know what's not good? Running out of resources. When your hand is empty, you're relying on top decking to secure the victory, and that's very bad. Getting cards that give you more cards or drawing cards is really good. But what if I told you that you could build a deck in Wild that focused entirely on cards that give you more cards? Apparently this is so terrifying that my opponent gave up immediately, securing me the win. Prince Malchezaar is mighty indeed, so mighty that his battlecry appears to be "win the game". It's not actually that, it puts 5 random legendaries into your deck, legendaries that aren't already there. Let's try again, shall we? Now every single card in my deck does one of a number of things. It either puts a card into my hand when it's played, a card into my hand when it dies, a card into my hand at the end of the turn, when I use a hero power, or it lets me discover one of 3 cards.
Versus Anduin.
This pretty much means that I will never run out of resources in theory. The resources, however, will be random, or somewhat random in the case of a card like the Cabal Courier, which lets me discover one of either a mage, a priest, or a warlock card. I'm going to keep this entire hand, actually. I do have some earlier game cards, but this is pretty strong. Apparently it's too strong! What's going on? Is this really just too mighty? Who can say? We may actually get a match to find out if it is, but hey, daily cleared. Let's go for attempt number 3, shall we? Maybe I'll actually get to turn 1? They've already heard about this deck, and I haven't even played it on my ladder yet. It's already pervaded the consciousness of the players, and they are afraid. Or likely not.
Jaina versus Lunara.
We're up against the druid now.
The forest fights back. You asked for it.
Now we have Archthief Rafam here that discovers a powerful artifact, but that's a 9-drop. This is a 5-drop that does nothing, but it's actually played, and that's a 6-drop. We'll get rid of all of them, and get instead... This isn't too bad. Our early game's not that fantastic, but we do have the coin to get to turn 3 sooner.
The legions I command.
Greetings. You are not afraid of Prince Malchezaar. That's very wise, because your deck has all the things you want in it. Whereas my deck, ooh, I see you also like choice. It's a pretty good card, to be fair. Whereas my deck has lots of things that give me things that may be useful.
Nature's blessings upon you. Thank you.
Thank you. Kel'Thuzad is random legendary number 1 from Prince Malchezaar. Not very useful for me right now, however. Now with you picking Raven Idol and hero powering, I don't know what your deck is focused on. I think I want a random legendary right now. So, we shall Brightwing.
We are friends now. Hello.
Let's see what I get. Ooh, Toki Time Tinker. Very keeping with the theme. Toki Time Tinker gives you a random legendary from the past, which is Wild. We're in Wild already, so that doesn't really make much difference, but one thing to note is that it will specifically give you a legendary that is in Wild only. It won't give you standard stuff. Let's play a Cabal Courier and see what I get. Shadow Form. Curio Collector's not going to be too great. The only 5-drop I have is a Ethereal Conjurer. I'm half tempted to pick Void Contract. You know what, I'm going to pick Void Contract, because if this opponent is going for a combo-based victory, eliminating half of their deck might be a really good thing. They're just making Jade minions at the moment. I have something I can play that can oppose those, and that is the Cabal Chemist.
Drink the power.
Random potion time! And that's a pretty decent random potion. I'm going to be holding on to that one. Turn 5, I have the Ethereal Conjurer. There's Aya Blackpaw. You're going to trade? And you can trade with... Ooh, Ronin is my random legendary there. Now, you could trade with Ire Blackpaw into my Ethereal Conjurer. That's not great. But no other minion I can play right now is going to really contest the board, apart from the Tomb Spider. And I don't feel like discovering a beast. I need spells. What do you have? Flame Lance is pretty nice. Meteor is also pretty nice. Flame Lance is the one that's going to be more imminently useful, so we'll go with Flame Lance. My hand is very full. In fact, my hand is soon going to overflow with cards. The downside of, you're going Jade Idol to shuffle 3 Jade Idols in, and then Nourish to draw more cards, in the hope that you will get more Jade Idols. Now, I want to clear out some space right now, so let us Primordial Glyph. Simulacrum, Ice Block, or Unstable Portal. Simulacrum is something that's going to replicate one of my cards, not that great. Unstable Portal will be free, Ice Block will cost 1 mana. I feel like Unstable Portal is going to be good here. Especially considering I just drew a 3 mana
I have no time for games.
Sylvanas. That was quite fortunate. I'll play that, why not? Naturalize wouldn't be great to see right now, but then I would get Aya. And I believe, considering that Aya was played first, I will get the 4/4 that emerges from the Deathrattle effect.
Let's see.
If Sylvanas stays alive for a number of turns, Kel'Thuzad will be silly. What is that card? It's a mystery. And probably very powerful, because... Oh, you're trading. I'll have that, thank you. Jade Behemoth. And hero power to the face. That's fair enough. Now, magic trick. That could be useful. Unexpected results. Don't really have any elementals in deck. Destroy a frozen minion. That's not really going to help me. It's unexpected results time, I think. This does mean that I cannot use the Flame Lance to clear the board, but I can use the Flame Lance to get rid of this minion, and then go face. I'm going face because I have the Fellfire Potion, just in case my opponent decides to not trade. Vandral Staghelm. The Fellfire Potion will get rid of, oh, there's a Jade Idol. Shuffle 3. Create 1, and discover a minion and a spell. It's been a long time since I've seen a Staghelm in play. It's a mighty card. Now, if you get another Jade Idol, that's going to make a pretty powerful board. Trade there, that's fine. Mark of the Wild, +2/+2. This is a problem.
Time goes short.
Fellfire Potion will clear some of the board. It won't clear all of it. We can get rid of the 5/1 and the 6/6. Ethereal Conjurer, not gonna be that great. So I'm just gonna have to take 5 damage. And get rid of this. There's unfortunately Staghelm alive, which means more choose one, but don't choose one shenanigans.
Power takes me.
Like that! War Druid Loti from Worthy Expedition to create a 4/6 Taunt Stealth Spell Damage +1 Rush. And a 7/7.
My favorite.
It's not over yet though, we have many possible outs. We have the Cabal Courier that may be able to give us something. We have the Ethereal Conjurer, which may be able to give us something. And right now, we're going to go with picking a mage spell, because we want Frost Nova. Glacial Mysteries isn't going to draw anything, Counterspell isn't going to really save me, Meteor costs too much. We're going to pick Meteor just in case we're still alive and hope that we get 2 taunts from unexpected results. We didn't.
Well played.
Well played. You have the game.
Well played.
You may now hit me in the face. Swipe works just fine for that. Ooh, a lucky do Buccaneer. Unfortunately, my random assortment of cards were not sufficient to best a fully constructed deck. And herein lies the problem with having an assortment of cards that just give you random cards. No guarantee those cards are going to be any good. Let's find another opponent and see if this deck can prevail. Beyond opponents just conceding upon seeing that I'm playing it, or not seeing that I'm playing it in the case there.
Jaina versus Anduin.
We're up against the priest,
Light shall bring victory.
You asked for it.
and we have quite a bit of our end game. A 9-drop, an 8-drop, and 2 4s. We're going to keep the weaponized pinata, and we're going to throw away everything else. Oh dear, that's a pretty expensive hand. Even though Malcazar is here, Malcazar will still give me those legendaries.
Hello.
Hello! I have 31 cards. 5 more than you. Are they any good? Possibly. Zombie Chow is a very aggressive minion. We could Evil Cable Rat to get a lackey, but I don't feel like doing that. I feel like I'm just going to have to get hit in the face by a Zombie Chow a few times.
Is someone injured?
There's a Northshire Cleric. And another Zombie Chow. Well, that's pretty powerful. But we have a Grand Crusader, which will be decent when we get to 6 mana. The problem is we aren't at 6 mana yet. So we're just going to hero power your face. We're not going to hero power any of your minions, because that means you'll be able to draw a card. And next turn I will coin Cabal Courier. That's not good. That's pretty terrible, because that minion's gonna get healed. We could Messenger Raven, but right now I want the 3 health. The 3 health means that it won't die to just one of these minions. Potion of Madness. Now that could be quite useful. You should probably heal that. Circle of Healing would be pretty good. I wouldn't be surprised if you just ignored the Cabal Courier and went face.
How many fingers do you see?
Oh dear. Are you going to ignore it? No! You are not going to ignore it, because every time you heal me, buffs up the Holy Champion. That's now 7 attack, and that's not good, but we could at least get rid of the Northshire Cleric, and I think we will. But first, we'll discover something. Stargazer Luna. We're not likely to be playing the rightmost card. Archmage Arugel is a 2-drop, and then we have Hexlord Malakras. I feel like Archmage Arugel is my best option. Also, you're not having that.
Right away.
No more card draw for you! You can instead just keep buffing up that Holy Champion and smash me in the face with it. Having a smattering of cards that give you extra resources is always a good thing. That little bit of flexibility that you get allows you to react to things that you may not have expected. Now there's a powerful turn. That's 9 attack, 5 attack, you're going to trade there, you're going to smash into me for 9. Volpera's Scoundrel. Now we have the minor problem that we are dead on board, so we're going to have to go for the Volpera.
I'm gonna win big.
Let's hope so. Well, polymorph is too expensive, power of creation is too expensive, elemental evocation does nothing, but there is what's in the mystery box, which is arcane missiles. Is arcane missiles going to do anything? Not really, because my opponent will still have lethal, but will fire it off anyway!
Well played.
Thank you.
Well played.
I certainly tried. You may defeat me now. Or you can see how high attack you can make those holy warriors. That's pretty impressive. You can make that higher still by healing the, Yep, there we go. Look at how indomitable they are! You just need to heal one more, and then one of them could slay me. But 2 was sufficient. Shall we go for one more? Let's go for one more, shall we? Maybe we'll find an opponent that we can best. Maybe not. I'm doing pretty well on playing battlecries, though. If anything, this will show you why you should make sure that everything you want in a deck is already there. Don't rely on randomness.
Jaina versus Uther.
Here's a paladin.
I will fight with honor.
You asked for it.
Now, we have Brightwing here, and a Tomb Spider, and a Primordial Glyph, and a Messenger Raven. Not only that, we also have the coin. We got a lot of options here.
The legions I command.
And now we have even more.
Hello.
Hello!
Well met.
Are you well? I hope so. Desperate measures for a random paladin secret. That's pretty good for when we get to turn 9. Turn 9 is not here right now. But when we do get there, if we do get there, it'll be good. It'll be really good. I don't think many people really played Archthief for a farm. You know what? I'm going to play an evil cable rat here, just in case one of those secrets was the one to reduce a minion to 1 health. It wasn't, but it was worth checking.
Reporting for duty.
Now, I'm going to be careful here. That could be Noble Sacrifice and Avenge, but I am going to have to get rid of that 1/1 because my opponent is approaching the Blessing of Kings turn. Do I want a random legendary, or do I want a mage minion? I actually want a mage minion right now. Meteorologist might actually do something in this deck, so we'll pick that. Get away, Kodo! Now you have that Silverhand recruit back. Can be useful. Next turn I feel like we're going to be playing the, True Silver Champion, straight into the bird. The bird is gone. Now any minion I play is going to perish. Now's a good time to play the Tomb Spider. Galactic Crawler for a Pirate Destruction, Huge Toad or Shimmering Courser? Do I want the tech or do I want the powerful minion? I want the powerful minion. I've seen no evidence of my opponent having any pirates.
Reporting for duty.
Silverhand Recruit. Rebuke! Ooh, that stops what I was thinking of doing. I can't coin a Meteorologist, so instead I'm gonna have to do something else. And that something else is going to be... Well, that's not a very useful legendary to randomly get, but it is a 4/4. Huge Toad. Brightwing.
We are friends now.
Random Legendary! Ooh, Gazlowe. Let's keep our eyes peeled for any choices that give us 1-cost spells. Blessing of Wisdom. You just want to draw cards? That's fine. There is your card. You're targeting my Huge Toad. Consecration! Fair enough. And that went to the face. Vulpera Scoundrel actually is a pretty decent choice right now.
I'm gonna win big.
Primordial Glyph. That seems pretty useful right now. We're then going to Faceless Lackey. Ooh, that's a really good one. A 2/6 taunt? I think I got quite fortunate there. And we still have a pretty full hand. Ooh, Prismatic Lens. I wonder what you got there. Flash of Light to draw yourself a card. I think you're trying to get through your deck pretty quickly. Let us first test to see. There's Noble Sacrifice. Kapow. Now let's test to see. It is not eye for an eye.
Well played.
I feel like I'm just gonna hit you for a lot now.
Behold the cosmos.
Pow, 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 pow.
I'll take you with
That's a
me.
fair amount of damage. And I'm gonna play Magic Trick here. And get a... Shifting Scroll or Unstable Portal? Let's go for the randomness, shall we? We could do with getting a Fireball or some such. My opponent's at 16.
Our power.
King Ferris. That's pretty good. My opponent has a 10-cost spell. And got a Rush minion. Okay. This got a little bit more complicated. Only slightly. There is an ice barrier that could potentially help me. Archthief for farm will discover me a pretty powerful spell, but my opponent right now has 5 damage, 10 damage, 22 damage, 23 damage, most certainly going to obliterate me damage. So what we need to do is... Actually, this could be quite handy. This will potentially save me. Then, I want a Primordial Glyph. Blast Wave. Blast Wave will cost 3. Blast Wave could actually deal with some damage. A little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit.
Fire and ice.
And there's another Noble Sacrifice. Alas. Okay, that makes it a little bit more complicated, but we're not out of this yet.
Hands up my dice.
We now want to do that. Then we want to Blast Wave. Ooh. And then coin Breath of Syndragosa. Aha! Right in Deathwing's face. That's 12 less damage that I'm going to be taking. However, we are still taking a lot of damage. That is 14. But I gain 8 armor. And now you're playing something... Oh, you're healing Deathwing. You're very much intent on keeping that minion alive and making it a... Nope, making that one a lot more powerful. That makes more sense.
Reporting for
We're
duty.
still in a lot of trouble, though, folks. We're in a lot of trouble. Rafam cannot save us here. So we're going to have to rely on something else. First, Primordial Glyph. Mirror Image will block a tiny amount of damage, but really not enough damage. My opponent can trade in with the 3 and 5 attack minions, and then still hit me for an awful lot. But it's a start. And it does cost 0. Then we have not a whole lot. At all. Cosmic Anomaly. We could have used that with unexpected results, but that is way too expensive. We'll take that anyway, why not? And then you'll discover a mage minion. That would have been really good if I could have found a way to activate it, but unfortunately, it was not to be. Well played. You are victorious. I'm pretty sure you will spot the lethal. That'll do! And so, folks, the cautionary tale on why you shouldn't fill your deck with only cards that give you more cards is complete. Make sure you have what you want, or else this will happen. But hey, it's it's still a nice experiment, and I am over halfway through the Battlecry daily. If nothing else, having a deck full of cards that give you cards and discover cards is great for playing Battlecries. It's just not that fantastic for winning. Now, there are decks that do focus on filling up your hand with other cards, but the cards that they give you are very focused. They're either specifically class cards or class spells, or they're lackeys. Lackeys are definitely a thing that have come to the forefront, and there are some really powerful decks that revolve around lackeys. My deck did have a tiny amount of lackey generation, but unfortunately, all the generation in the game can't save you from something that's tooled to beating you with a set strategy. My strategy was pretty much play things and hope I get stuff that's nice. Unfortunately, I didn't get things that were nice. The odds were stacked against me, especially in Wild, where there are an awful lot of cards. Some cards which were never even played when they were in Standard, let alone in Wild. But that was a few matches with my deck that gives me loads of different cards whenever I play them. The deck that keeps filling up my hand to the point where it's almost overflowing. And when we come back, folks, more Hearthstone. Will it be another deck that I've created? Will it be a serious deck, or one like this? Will it be the Tavern Brawl? Will it be a solo adventure? Or will it be something else completely different? Will it be an arena? It's not likely to be an arena because I'm terrible at playing arena, and it's never worth it for me. But it could be one of the other things. Who knows? The future is yet to be determined. And so, I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later.